the winner of Pulev and Joshua for the IBF and the WBA. Yeah, man, I've been sleeping. I've been getting really really good rest as of late. Which is, you guys, for those who have been around, you know, you guys know I've been really really like sleeping. Like I be in bed, like seriously, I'll be sleep no later. This is past my bedtime. I'm usually up like 4 or 5. You know, so we're in a very very complex situation because a lot of people are upset that he's fighting Bermane Stiverne again, but understand that he has no choice. Luis Ortiz or him or his team, you can't blame him. I don't think that it's him, that was filling out the paperwork, but it's like, yo, bro, the WBC is kind of doing him a favor because they haven't removed him from the rankings. He does legitimately, at least according to the WBC and their findings of what we've learned, have high blood pressure. And the medication is legit, but the issue is, why didn't he put it on the paperwork? Why didn't he put it on the paperwork? That's the issue. Why didn't he put it on the paperwork? So the fact that he's failed drug tests in the past, they're looking at it like, well, shit, we know you sick, bro. Okay, let me put it in what's called layman's terms. I'm gonna break it down to you without all this. It's a lot of mumbo jumbo going on out there, guys. So I'm gonna break it down to you. I've researched this whole situation for hours. Even if I'm not doing videos, I'm always researching shit. So I'm gonna break it down to you without the mumbo jumbo. So say for example, me and you homies, right? And we're talking about what happened with the Luis Ortiz situation. I'm gonna break it down to you. Let me see. Let me see how I'm gonna approach this. Um, okay, right? He get the paperwork in the mail. Now I'm just breaking this down to you in layman's terms. Without all the little fucking legal and political and boxing mumbo jumbo. I'm breaking it down to you. He get the paperwork in the mail. He got this medication. He been sick, right? He get out the hospital. He go to fucking Walgreens, Rite Aid, or wherever the fuck you go to get your prescriptions and shit. The doctor gives you some shit, say, yo, bro, you got high blood pressure. You got to take this shit. But if you're a boxer, you're supposed to know, well, damn, I'm on some new medication. So I got to fill out some paperwork somewhere to let them know, like, yo, can I take this shit? And meaning the WBC and VADA and, like, even the person you fighting, like, yo, I'll reach out to Deontay Wilder, like, yo, bro, listen, I got high blood pressure, but I don't know if I can take this shit because even though me and you supposed to fight, like, I don't know if I should be taking this shit, but I gotta take this shit or I'm gonna die, bro. You know? So, I'm thinking like this. Just so happens the medication that he's taking for, just so happens the medication that he's taking for his blood pressure, right, has chemicals in it that are just so happen to be masking agents for performance enhancing drugs or drugs that are on the list of VADAs. You can't take the shit. So here's what the WBC's done, right? The WBC knows the situation. They know, like, well, shit, he really do got high blood pressure. He can't fake that shit. And the doctor really did give him that shit, to take because he got high blood pressure. Right? So the WBC is like, yo, we're not going to suspend you for fucking up the paperwork. We're going to say it's because we worried about your health. At least that's what Luis Ortiz's management team is saying that they got from the WBC. So it's not a Povetkin situation. He's not suspended or anything. They're like, yo, okay, we're going to have our doctors check you out to make sure you cool. How long you been sick, bro? You got high blood pressure? Why you ain't tell us? We're going to have our doctors check you out, but we'll still keep you ranked, but you can't fight Deontay Wilder. So it's a complex situation, but, at the end of the day, I honestly feel in my heart that Luis Ortiz didn't do anything wrong. But, in this world today, in this day and age, public opinion is a motherfucker, man. Public opinion don't give a fuck about nobody. If somebody said you did some shit, and in you know, Power 50 Cent, he did that shit. They say he did it. He did that shit. He did it. So do I believe he's juicing? No. You know, but it's like, yo, why didn't y'all put that shit on the paperwork, man? What the fuck, man? Like, and maybe they thought like, oh shit, well, it's high blood pressure medication, so they ain't gonna be saying nothing because they know I gotta take it. No, they don't know. You want to cross all those T's and dot all those I's. So now fans are pissed. Fans want to fight him. Listen, the people want to fight Luis Ortiz in the street. We pissed at him. We really wanted to see that fight. And I said earlier on my social media, it's like, yo, like if I was an asthmatic, I confront him in the streets like, yo, bro, you got to get these hands, man. We wanted to see that fight, so I'm standing up for the people. Yeah, I get beat the fuck up. You don't knock the fuck out. You know, but I stood for something. I stood for the people. We really wanted to see that fight. Just saying, it's messed up. It's messed up. So now Stiverne has to do what he didn't do in the first fight. He has to do what he didn't do in the first fight. You know, people already think that Luis Ortiz is like fucking 54 years old or some shit. They already think like he lied on his birth certificate, and we don't know. He's from Cuba. We know all kind of crazy shit goes on down there. You know? How old is he really? Do we really know how old Luis Ortiz is? I was at his birthday party. You want to see? I can pull a video up. It was at some expensive Gallagher Steakhouse in New York. Very, very expensive, high-class steakhouse. Shit was nice. And I was like, damn, he 38. Motherfucking no 38. But I was like, hey, listen, that's not my job. My job is to report the motherfucking boxing dudes. I was like, and I was looking at him like, yo, he old as shit. And I'm like, wait a minute, I was like, I just turned 34, so I'm like, at the time I'm 33. I'm like, I'm 33, but he 30. Nah, he like my pop. Nah. And I was looking like, you know, like he's supposed to be, you know. But I said, hey, that's not my place. That's not my place. I'm just there to give you guys the news, all right? If he fucking 65 years old, he's 65 years old. That's not my place, you know? It's not my place. And then the fact that he got high blood pressure, this is not funny. This is not funny. I'm going to go to hell. Let's stop joking. Let's stop joking. This is not funny. This is not funny. He looks older in person, yeah. Yeah, and I'm interviewing, I'm looking at him like, you know, like, this motherfucker look old as shit. I'm like, the rumors are true. I was like, this motherfucker look, yo, he's like, you know, okay, really, he like, I say he looked like he like 45, some shit, you know. But I'm looking like this, I'm gonna pull it up. I'm like, this don't look, you know, this guy don't look, looks a little older, you know. I was like, he looks a little seasoned. He looks a little older, man. Where's it at? This is me. Let me pull this over here.
Take you back. Take you back.
Hold up. Yeah, I was like, something ain't right about here, man. Something ain't right about this, man. There we go. I was like, something seemed a little fishy. You know, play.
Take you back. Take you back.
Take a piss.
So now going forward, now that you are with Al Heyman, there is a possibility that you could end up on free television, which can range from what we've seen with PBC, anywhere between 2 to close to 6 million viewers. What is your thoughts on that, and how do you feel that fighting on free TV would help your career?
Bueno, ya que estás con el mismo, quizás vas a tener la oportunidad de pelear en la televisión gratis, ¿no? En el PBC, que tiene sobre 2 millones a 6 millones de personas viendo. ¿Tú crees que esa transición es algo que te interesa? ¿Te encanta sobre la firma con Adin?
A mí me interesa todo, pero lo que más me interesa es pelear. Pelear y que la gente sepa que King Kong está activo y que vean los resultados.
He's interested in all the exposure, but he's most interested in fighting. That's what he likes. He wants people to know that King Kong is active and that he wants people to follow him to see him. That's what he likes. He likes to fight.
Okay.
How much do you feel it needed to do this to go ahead? Because maybe he wouldn't have had a chance of everybody.
¿Cuánto tú crees que de verdad necesitaban dar este paso para firmar con Adin para llegar a esta oportunidad?
No sé qué había pasado, pero como repito, son cosas del destino.
I don't have an answer for that, but this is destiny. I believe in destiny, and this is my destiny, and this is my opportunity. So it had to happen.
Why do you feel that, in your opinion, now obviously, with the whole, Cuban school, moniker, why do you feel that you're the most feared heavyweight right now, and that people just simply, they'll say, they want to fight you, but they won't? Why do you feel people are afraid of you?
Con la escuela peruana, obviamente, que es muy respetada mundialmente, ¿qué tú opinas sobre eso en cuestión a ti, que ya es más temido? ¿Cuánto tiene que ver eso con que seas cubano o la escuela tuya, que eres tú?
Es que toda persona pasa por una escuela. Y hay muchas personas que en vez de pasar por la escuela pasa por ella. Yo pasé por la escuela, estudié y aquí estoy, me he ganado un derecho.
Alright, we don't want to hear that shit. My bad. But yeah, you get what I'm coming from now? Like, I was looking like, man. And the only thing I kept thinking about, like, was people was saying, it was like, yo, man, he not really, he like fucking 45 years old. And I thought people was joking. But then when I'm there with him, and I'm like, man, that's still, the rumors may be true. I'm thinking like the rumors are true. I'm thinking like this guy is 45. Okay, could you believe at that point in time, right? His birthday was either that day or the day before, but they celebrated it, like at the the fancy steakhouse. So, I'm thinking like, would you believe that 3 years prior to that video, he was 30 motherfucking 3? Or some shit, 34? Would you believe that? The jig is up. We found him out. We found you out, Luis Ortiz. We found him out. We found him out, man. Yeah, Rigo look old as shit too. But it's like this. You gotta think they coming from Cuba. So shit down there during the Castro regime was all fucked up. Remember, they came over here on some illegal shit. Didn't Rigo and like Eris and Lara escape together? Like on some old, some national treasure type shit? So you gotta think, they probably got fake birth certificates and all kind of shit like that, man. You never know. Yeah, Cubans do look old. That's true. And I'm not being racisms. I'm just saying, I'm just saying it's not racisms. Yeah, Lara on some old, cool shit. But that's because he messing with the thick sisters. I know Lara's secret. Yeah, Lara has been around forever. Lara been around Lara been around forever. But anyway, let's get to the let's get back to boxing. So listen, I understand that you guys gonna talk some shit, right? Y'all gonna talk shit. But truth be told, y'all gonna be watching Wilder versus Stiverne too. So stop talking shit. Y'all gonna watch the fight. You may be mad, you have a right to be mad. But who do we be mad at? Like, we as the people, we deserve to be mad. We deserve to be mad at somebody. Who can we be mad at, y'all? We gotta be mad at somebody, man. Like, we gotta blame Luis Ortiz. Like, even though it's not him filling out the paperwork, This has been the best year of boxing since what? 2012? No, 2014 when Brown at 2013. We needed Wilder Ortiz. The people. We the people. The people. Yes, that's my left hand. So what? This is America. You know? But it's like, man. Now, let me tell you the type of situation I'm in, right? I'm going to the fight next week. The World Boxing Super Series fight the week after that. And then I have a week off. Then I'm going to Wilder Stiverne 2. And then Jacobs versus Aries is that week after. I'm not going to lie. If I would have known better, I wouldn't have went to Wilder versus Stiverne, man. I probably would have. I would have went to Jacobs versus Arias. I probably wouldn't have. But still. I wanted to see Wilder Ortiz. We wanted to see it. The people. We the people. We wanted to see it. So we got a right to be pissed. You got a right to be pissed. Because somebody didn't fill out some paperwork properly? What the fudge, man? We lose out on a great fight because if he would have filled out the paperwork properly, likely, very, very likely, the WBC would have allowed the fight to happen. You know? Would have allowed the fight to happen. This is crap. I'm pissed. You know, but we have every right to be pissed. You know? Yeah. I was at the press conference and I was right next to her. She thick, bro. You know, I was trying not to rubberneck. I was trying. You ever know? I guess it's like a man thing. Like when you're in like the presence of a beautiful woman, you be trying not to look, and you know you're not supposed to be looking, but you be looking. So I'm holding my little motherfucking camera, right? And I'm like trying to. She right there is two empty seats, right here, and she like that one in the last row. You know, and I'm trying not to look, man. You know. No, you know what? Laura, one of those dudes, like when they get old, they get like, their face get more muscular. You know how like a certain people, like, you know, when they get old, like they'll be older, but their face get more muscular and shit. You know, bone structure and shit. Yeah, I'm excited about next week's fight. You know, I really don't like going to New York much, you know, because New York is just, man. You ever been to Penn Station at 2 a.m. in the morning with the freaks? There's some crazy shit down there, man. You know, I've experienced like New York with the hobos. You know, I've experienced, truth be told, I've always wanted to have like an adventure in New York. I've had adventures, you know, but I always wanted to be like an alien invasion or some shit. You know, if anything ever go down in New York, it's always like, you know, I mean, if anything ever goes down, it's always in New York. Like whether a big monster attack, Godzilla, you know, fucking Independence Day, fucking Die Hard with a Vengeance, you know? But yeah, man, New York is weird as shit. So that's what I really don't like the late night in New York. You know, vampires and shit. You know, so I've seen some things, man, and I've heard some things. You know, I don't want to be a part of that anymore. But it is what it is. You know? Yeah, New York is crazy as shit. You know, especially on a late night. Like once the, I would say between like midnight and 4 a.m. it's a freak show. I've experienced it being trapped in New York overnight in like Manhattan. Like in Manhattan. Like T Street trapped in Manhattan. It's a freak show. You know, I held my own though. Barely with the hobos. You know? Yeah, crazy shit be going on in New York, man. You know, so I'm gonna be out there next week. I'm gonna be out there next week, but I'm not having no adventures. I'm done with the adventures, man. The last adventure my old ass had, my old fat ass, and I've lost a lot of weight. You know, but the last adventure I had was in Vegas, and we all know whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. I'm leaving that shit in Vegas. Climbing the fucking fences and shit in 100-degree weather, getting kicked out of casinos, but it's in the past. The past is the past. getting escorted out by security. But you know what? I look at it like that's like life's adventures and shit, right? You know, you gotta have adventures. You know, that's just life, man. You know, so when I look at those videos, even though you can't see it because they have music in the background, so they're banned. They can't be live. But it's like, you know, no, I already planned out my week. My week next week is already planned out. I already got my train tickets and everything. We're gonna have a nice, smooth. No more adventures, man. I'm too old for their adventures. I'm too old for their adventures. Yeah, people thought I was gonna be all embarrassed and everything like that about all the shit that went on in Vegas, but we've all heard that like whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Crazy shit goes down, and I got caught up in the mix. I got caught up in the mix. You know, I did get some vagina while I was out there though. My pop enjoyed himself. I had like women just like flirt with me and shit. That was crazy, right? Y'all saw that? She was like, you're too handsome to be out here by yourself with not a lady on your arms, or some shit like that. It was crazy. And then there was this other chick when I was coming back from. I didn't stream it because I didn't have my battery pack on it. It was this other chick that lived on like the property where I was at, and she was like some shit like, you know, like, so you using a vacation property and shit. She was like, you using a vacation property? She said, I can come in there right now. And I was like, but yeah, man, you know, I guess, you know, Vegas is a pretty magical place, man. I saw a lot of like hobos, and, you know, people were telling me to look out for like Adrian Broner because he was like going around punching people, punching hobos and shit. You know, but you know, whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, man. You know, the Ticos look old too. All of them, man, they all look old. But you know, Stiverne, you can't really be mad at Stiverne. You know, you can't be mad at Wilder. What I notice is a lot of people are giving Wilder shit like it's him failing a drug test. You know, but I really feel that they're not mad at him. They're just trolling. They know the deal. They just trying to like, you know, I don't know. You know, I don't know. But it really is sad. No, I didn't get a mid-tier prostitute. I didn't get a prostitute at all. I had a chick. She cool though. She already said it. She knew I was gonna talk about it in my videos. It was this chick that, long story short, we've been going at it in DMs for like 4 years straight. So she ever said, she was like, you know, like if you ever come to Vegas, you know, she's like, you know, just hit me up, you know, and we've been like exchanging nudes and shit. You know, long story short, hey, listen, TMI. But you know, she serviced me while I was out there. This was about 6 hours or so after I got kicked out the MGM Grand. You know, so I was like in a drunken stupor. So I was like, you know, and she was like, you know, like don't pass out. She's like, give me the address, we're gonna come right there. I went to the door butt ass naked. And this is all in Vegas, right? You know, and she was like right there. So my phone was ringing off the hook, but she could have left. So she was out there waiting for 45 minutes. So if I look at my phone like, oh shit, so I get up and I'm all stumbling around. I get to the door and she right there. So the whole time she went and got me food. She went and got my pop food. She held that shit down, and then I never seen her again. Like I said, man, that's Vegas. You know? Like, whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, you know? So I'm glad I got like that experience in life. And truth be told, she the one that stopped me from going back out because I was going to go back out. I was looking for somebody, you know, and she really like saved me. She really saved me. You know, I was going to, you know, but it is what it is. The fight is like Stiverne Areola 3. Ew. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Areola. He really needs to. He's at like one fight. She serviced your pop too. Oh God, that's fucked up. Why would you even ask some shit like that? No, she did held her down. Like I woke up, like she was gone, and like I was looking. She texted me and said some shit. I ain't gonna tell you what she said, but long story short, like I woke up, like the place was all cleaned up and everything, and like she left me food in the fridge. Like she treated me like she was my girl. Like so, like shout out to you. I know she probably watching. But she already knew I was going to talk about this shit anyway. You know, but that shit was, that shit was right. The shit was right. And then that's when later on that night I had woke up, we went to Outback, and that's when I had realized like I had an ulcer. I thought it was something worse. I thought it was something worse because I had threw up blood. You know, and there was a lot of it. You know? It's crazy shit, man. crazy shit. You know, but we're back now. You know, we made it. We survived. You know, and I've experienced the whole. You know, like I said, that what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Like that's a magical place. Like, don't get me wrong, it is Sin City. You will sin. You're gonna sin. You're gonna sin, and you're gonna sin a little bit or a lot. You know, but you're going to sin. You know. So, you know, I'm gonna go back, but the next time I go back, we're gonna do it right. So, moving on. A lot of people are pissed off about Wilder versus Stiverne too, but it had to happen. You know, and also they had paid Stiverne step aside money, and he was going to fight Dominic Breazeale for Wilder versus Ortiz to go on. Because if Wilder was to go on and fight anybody else, then Stiverne would have been ordered to fight Luis Ortiz. So he was in a good situation. It was like eliminating two birds with one stone. So now, since there's nobody else, he's like, oh shit, let me get my shot at Wilder now, since there's nobody else in the way. You know, and if he wins, he'll go on and get the big money payday. Yeah, we went to see the Blue Man Group, and we went to a magic show. And I don't even remember the magic show. Like, I don't even remember the magic show. Crazy. Like, there was a whole day when I was out there, I didn't stream or do anything. Like, I just chilled with my pop, and we went and did stuff. But I was just so sick and, you know, but it's Sin City, man. Like, I recommend it for anybody. You know, I think everybody needs to visit Sin City, especially, you know, not now, like with all the shit that's going on in the news and everything like that, you know, like horrible situation, you know, false flag, but we're not going to talk about that. You know, like, and there's a lot of people that got hurt and, you know, that passed on and everything. Very, you know, like tough situation, but either way, you know, either way. But, the next rumor is that Spence versus Peterson is supposed to be happening December the 16th in Uniondale and that new Nassau Coliseum is what it's called, some shit. Lamont Peterson just 2 days ago dropped his title. So why would he drop his title if he wasn't going to fight anybody? Where, for example, when you unify, right? You can't unify with that WBA World Underling belt he has. At 147, there was two champs. There was only one. Keith Thurman, WBA Super World Champion, and Lamont Peterson, WBA World. He dropped his WBA World title. You and your wife going in 2 weeks? You should. See, here's the thing. Like, I want to go with a female. Like, I know it would be much more, like, fun and much more organized. You know, I went with my pop for, like, multiple reasons. You know, but the next time I go, I'm going to go with, like, a woman. You know, we can really, like, enjoy, like everything about it. You know, because the chick, like, we not, like, together. So we already knew that we just going to be fucking when we got out there. You know? So she was out there with her girlfriends and shit. And, you know, I already knew what it was. So I didn't, you know. But the next time, like, I go out there, I'm going to make sure I go out there with, like, a girl. Like, somebody that I'm with, you know, and, like, enjoy it. Yeah, the WBA is all fucked up. The WBA is all fucked up. So as I said, next week I'm going to the Laura Goucher, Herb Trout, Charlo Lubin fight, and then a week after that I'm going to be at the World Boxing Super Series fight, which is a big big fight on a global scale, and then I'm gonna have a week off, and I'm going to go to this fight, Wilder versus Stiverne 2. So we're going to be talking to a lot of people over the next few weeks, a lot of people. And I've been really, like, conditioning, like, my body, my health, and, you know, my lifestyle to be able to do that. Because I also have a lot of stuff going on in my personal life as well. You know, to make sure that we're bringing you quality content. But right now, as it stands right now, we're already ahead of the game. You know? So imagine if I did videos like this every day. We'd be eating, we'd be swimming. But see, we're getting everything organized. We want everything to be a well-oiled machine. We're taking over, man. Okay, Osvaldo Sanchez. That's a pretty cool name. You know, we're taking over, man. You know, I've been doing this shit for way too long. You know, we gotta fucking start reaping fucking fruits and the benefits and, you know? Tired of it. Been doing it for too long. I was, not anymore. I was contemplating retirement. You know? But no, we still got work to do. A lot of shit, man. You know, yeah, I'm looking forward to Herd Trout and Charlo Lubin. Lara Goucher, you know, I'm not really looking forward to that. Peterson is not an easy win for Spence. True, that's his name. It depends. It depends. You know, because remember we thought the same thing with Matisse, but he went in there all scared as shit. He can't go in there scared this time. And on the 17th of this month, it'll be only one fight for Lamont Peterson in 2 years. He ain't been injured or nothing. I wonder if he's one of those fighters that called up Eddie Hearn and was like, yo, I ain't been, can't nobody steal my blueprint because there is no blueprint because you know why? I'm always innovating. Always. You always have to stay ahead of the game. Like the shit I'm doing now is not even the shit that I had planned for the future. You know, I have a lot of things planned for the future. Like, I'm talking about like the near future within like 2018. 2018 is when I really plan on taking over. People been thought I've been bullshitting and just saying I'm going to take over boxing media. And like, yo, I got like real legitimate plans. You know, shit that's going to work because you know why? Because people are too stuck in their ways. You know, they haven't been advancing. They've been more about chasing the dollar and not worrying about the future dollar. Which fight is the best fight in your opinion? What do you mean? That's a very vague question. I'm looking forward to Lomachenko versus Rigo, if that's what you're saying. No. Yeah, Peterson fought Matisse scared. But now he's been a total different fighter since then. Charlo Lubin, yeah, that's another fight I'm looking forward to. Hurd versus Trout is kind of a career match for Trout. You know, he has to win, or it's like, where does he go from here? He does have a rightful claim to sue the WBO like he's doing, though. They did him dirty. Lamont Peterson still, even if he loses to Spence, he still has like good fights out there for him, big fights. So he's not done. I think Spence might retire Peterson. Oh, I already answered that question. So, you know, we got a lot of fights coming up, especially in the New York area, as you guys probably noticed. It means nothing to me. It means nothing to me. As I said, I'm not here to I'm not here to try to like catch up with my competition. It's not my job. You know. 140 is pretty open for Pete. He's not going back down to 140 though. Especially remember he came to he came in the ring at 165 against Danny Garcia. He's not going back down to 140. Don't know if he discussed it or not, but what happens to Ortiz? Luis Ortiz is still ranked by the WBC. He hasn't been suspended by the WBC. They're just not sanctioning him to fight against Wilder they're saying because of health reasons, according to Luis Ortiz's manager. So basically, they're pretty much saying in layman's terms, or to say it without the mumbo jumbo, is that they're saying that, we want our doctors to look over you first. But you can't fight this fight until our doctors look over you. So therefore, that since that fight is next month, we don't, So he hasn't been suspended. So he does really have high blood pressure. But just so happens the medication he's been taking for the high blood pressure has chemicals in it that can be used or has been used as masking agents for PEDs, performance-enhancing drugs. So it's a complex situation. In my personal opinion, I don't think he did anything wrong. But however, not filling out the proper paperwork, it's like, yo, we can't just say, okay, all right, you're not juicing, you know, but you didn't fill out the proper. We can't just let it slide that you didn't fill out the proper paperwork. He didn't fill out the proper paperwork. You can't let that slide. You know, it's protocol to shit. You know, you can't make fuck ups like that on your taxes. You know, it's protocol to shit. So it's like, you know, like he didn't fill out the proper paperwork. Are you homosexual? What the fuck? Oh, the sodomites are out. The sodomites are out. Remember I told y'all, the sodomites come out real late at night. Like when I do these late streams, like any stream past 9 p.m., you get the sodos, the sadomasochists, the masochists, or some shit. They come out. Thanks for getting that sodomite out of here quickly. You know, they come in droves too. It'd be a lot of them. You know, it'd be a lot of them. I know that guy though. I blocked him on my Instagram for being a sodomite. Like, what the fuck do I attract these people, man? Like, how? Like, what the hell? What do you think Crawford will fight at 147? The winner of Jeff Horn versus Kerry Cochran. I don't know how, I forgot to pronounce his name. Cochran, can? Some shit like that. Yeah, Lamont can box, but now he's become some type of pressure fighter, you know. And yes, he had a nice ass bike against Danny Garcia. He had a nice ass bike. That was that shit that be like in the storefront of like a bike store. You know, when you look at it like, damn, that bike is fucking. But you go look at it, and you see that the price be like $599, like $599 and shit. And you be like, a fucking bike, $600. He had that type of bike against Danny Garcia. He was on that shit. He was moving. My neck is itching. What the hell? Like, I hate going to, like, I'm starting to hate going to Hispanic barbers. Because they use the blade to cut you. And I've been getting, every time I go to my Hispanic barbers, like, they be way too fucking finessed with the blades, with the razors, man. You know? They be way too fucking blade happy. Like, I had a Hispanic barber about a few weeks ago, right? He did my whole shape up with the razor. Like, with the blade. Like, with the fucking Sweeney Todd. Like, he did my whole shape up. I thought you quit. Who are you? Hey, somebody put him on timeout. Just because. Put him on timeout. I never said that. Put him on timeout. Because. Put Aaron Melendez on timeout. Yeah, he used the whole, like, he shaped me up with the whole blade. I'm thinking, like, damn, well, is he going to use the fucking, the clippers? You know? I'm going to put Aaron Melendez on timeout myself, since somebody wants to listen. Oh, sorry, Sam. My bad, Sam. That wasn't for you, bro. Put the wrong person. My bad, Sam. It wasn't for you. Baking soda kills razor bumps. Yeah, man. I can't stand it. And I never get like razor bumps. I never, you know, like get them on for anything until I go to a Hispanic barber. You know? Damn it. Somebody unblock Sam. Or Sarn. What's his name? Because you're Sarn or Sam. Those razor edges last longer than the clippers, though. Oh, that's what it is. But I be paying a heavy cost, though. I be paying a heavy cost. Like, look at that shit, man. That shit like a Nestle Crunch bar, right? What the fuck? I never have that shit. And remember, when you're doing streams and you're doing like live 1080p and shit, you can't be looking like this. So I be sharp. Don't get me wrong. When I leave the barber, I be thinking like, damn, he putting like years on my life and shit. I be looking like fucking 5, 10 years younger. But then like a week later, like the shit start fucking filling off. I can't stand it. We gotta find a medium. So I guess when I go back, I gotta tell him, yo, no razor. Just use the clippers, bro. Like I don't use fucking razors when I shave. Look at my skin, man. That's not cool. That's not the American way. That's not in God's will. And Manny Pacquiao sliding up into women's DMs. That's not in God's will either. And putting drug dealers to death is not in God's will. And also, we all know he don't like gay people, but hey, man, that's his prerogative. Manny Pacquiao don't like him. He don't like him. Manny Pacquiao do not like gay people. He let that be known. Like, he let that be known. He don't like him. You know? And you know he ain't never coming back, right? Manny Pacquiao's done. Manny Pacquiao was done. He's not ever coming back. Yeah, he fucked me up with the razor. Like, you be sharp when you leave, but he fucked me up. Like, I be wondering, like, in the middle of the night when I be asleep, I be, like, rubbing it, because you know you're not supposed to scratch it, so I be patting that shit and rubbing it. Like, he did me dirty. But the good thing about it is, like I've always had, like, clean skin, like, around, like, my beard and face and shit. You know, so the good thing about it is it always goes away within, like, 2 weeks or so. You know, but then I know the next time I go back, I can't have him fucking putting that razor on my skin, man. That's just the worst. You looking all fucked up. What do you think about AJ saying 2019? 2019 for what? It could be, though. No, it shouldn't be 2019. Yeah, Pacquiao's done. Yeah, I only been getting razor treatment since I've been around here. So my whole life, I learned not to use razors in like 2000 and shit, 2001 or some shit like that. You know, so between then and now, I've only had a razor to my face 4 times. 3 of them has been since I moved to this area. You know? So I just know that I just can't have the razor shit no more, man. That shit is the worst. Look at that shit. That shit look fucked up. Look at that shit. You see this shit all right here? What the fuck is this? What was that? Go look at the back of a Nestle Crunch bar. That's my neck. Nobody like that shit, man. No, yeah, the bumps always go away. They'll be going in like a week and a half or 2 weeks. You know, I'm always like rubbing them with like alcohol. I'll like take some napkins and like pour a bunch of alcohol, and I'm always rubbing in, you know, like rubbing, getting deep in there and shit. You know, but shit is the worst. But yeah, we got Eubank Jr. versus Anvi Yildirim this weekend, and then remember after this weekend, or this weekend starting, we have nothing but major fights every single weekend. You know? Yeah, I never wanted to have like a crater face. You know, like some people that like they grow beards, but like they'll shave, but I always still look like they have a beard. Nah, I take my skin and my teeth very, very seriously. Yo, T, did you know that Zolman died, the WBC president, Julio Cesar Chavez's godfather? Gadfather? What is this news? I gotta look at this news up. What is this news? Where do you get this news from? You know, if Loma beats Rigo, is Loma pound for pound? He should be. He should be. That's a big win for either of them. And if Rigo beats Loma, my God. You know? That's a big ass fight. I just hope none of them son of a bitches fail a drug test. I'm gonna be pissed. I'm going to be pissed. Well, see, the barbers I go to are in Hispanic or El Mexicano. Y'all know I'm half Mexican, half El Negro, Mexicano, half black and half Irish. So the neighborhood where I go to get my hair cut now, since I've been around here, you know, they're Hispanics. You know, so when I go in there, there's always some Hispanic music playing, and they're always talking, you know, Hispanic. And it's like nothing but Hispanics being there. I'm always the only black guy in there. But I be looking at how sharp, like the Hispanic cuts be, and my cuts be sharp, even though I'm bald, but they still be sharp. So I be like, damn, you know, that's what's up. But my delicate El Negro skin can't take it. You know, my delicate El Negro skin. You think Loma versus Rigo will go the distance? Yep, I think it will go the distance. What the fuck, man? Yep, I think it will go the distance. I think Loma gonna be inflated against Rigo. The most he's ever come into the ring as was 138 against was it 138 or 142? I know he came at 138 against Gary Russell. But was it 142? I don't remember. But we got a nice long weekend ahead of us, man, of boxing. I got a lot of shit to do this month. There's a lot of shit going on. You know, it's a lot of shit going on. You know, this whole entrepreneurial thing, don't get me wrong, it's a lovely, beautiful, beautiful feeling, but there's so much work that has to be done every day, all day. So even if I'm not doing videos, the videos are the easy part. You know, it's all the stuff that behind the scenes that has to be done. Every day, all day. It's always something. Stiverne has been an actor for so long. I don't even know how Stiverne is getting a title shot, but hey, listen, you know, ask me no questions, I tell you no lies, is the way the saying goes. My job is just to cut the fights, man. My job is just to provide coverage and to educate you guys. All that other shit, that's not my place, man. You know. So with Luis Ortiz and his high blood pressure, you know, it's not my place. You know, how old he is, if his birth certificate fake, that's not my place. You know. Rigondeaux doing fucking monkey flips and shit, monkey rolls and shit in the ring, that's not my place. You know. It's not my place. It's not my place. I don't know what's going on with my microphone. I'm trying to figure it out. You know, my job is just to report the news and to give you guys, you know, just the news, man. And to stay out of all the politics and all that shit, right? You know, it'd be too much shit going on in boxing sometimes. And when I be listening to it or like researching, I be like, what the fuck, man? This boxing shit is crazy. Like, boxing is really crazy as shit. Like, you think like other sports are crazy? Boxing has like a lot of crazy ass shit going on. Like all the time. Don King is how I was getting that fight. Yes, probably, likely. I'm not gonna say probably, that's likely. Yeah, very likely. You know. What the fuck is up with these motherfuckers? Why do they keep charging my account? Porter did a great interview with Box Eagle. You should check it out. What was he talking about? Can you please do a rundown of what happened? I don't know. You'll have to go back and rewind and watch it. You know yourself, bro. Go back and rewind. I can't help you. But anyway, I have to go. I have to edit the rest of this, that whole 30, what is it, like 28-minute first part out. It's 11:30. I'm tired. It's way past my bedtime, and what I need to do is I need to get these videos out since next week is the Lara versus Goucher fight and the Leo Santa Cruz and Abdamaris fights. A lot going on. But we're going to be here this weekend covering fights live, you know, getting shit all done hardcore. I'm T Street Controversy. This is T Street Controversy Live. I cover every single major fight live. Please subscribe.